How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and 'tis the season, Cowboys Nation. 'Tis the season for two other teams to be playing in the Super Bowl, while Cowboys Nation and the Dallas Cowboys are at home seeing who we could get for this team to get us over the hump and next year hopefully get us into the playoffs. So we're going to talk about that in this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, the cycle continues. What do I mean by the cycle continuing? The Dallas Cowboys at this point in time, when it's Super Bowl week, the Dallas Cowboys are at home while Cowboys Nation is looking at each and every person that could be up for a potential trade or hitting free agency to come to be in the Dallas Cowboys uniform. And I hate to tell you this, Cowboys Nation, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but these people that the 3 and 4 letter networks are propping up that could be a help to the Dallas Cowboys, I have a sneaky suspicion it's not gonna happen. The first big name for the Dallas Cowboys is Myles Garrett. Everybody has seen the video that Myles Garrett wanted to be drafted by Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, but the Cleveland Browns got to him first. He put out a statement to the Cleveland Browns fans that he will be requesting a trade, that he was happy to play for the Cleveland Browns, but Cleveland was not the end-all be-all. A Super Bowl championship is the end-all be-all for Myles Garrett. So that doesn't stop Cowboys Nation from saying, hey, we could use Myles Garrett. We could use him on the other side of Micah Parsons. But they don't take into consideration the fact that the Dallas Cowboys would have to pay a huge ransom to get Myles Garrett from the Cleveland Browns to the Dallas Cowboys. They would have to give up a couple first-round picks. And honestly, with this draft and the next draft, I don't foresee the Dallas Cowboys giving up any type of draft collateral, especially first-round draft picks, in order to bring Myles Garrett here. Is a bird in the hand better than two in the bush? Of course it is. But y'all know Jerry and Stephen Jones and his draft picks, they love to hold on to them. They love to build through the draft, and they love to develop their players. They like their guys. So Myles Garrett, I hate to tell you, Cowboys Nation, but that is going to be a complete negative on bringing him to the team. Don't get your hopes up just to have him smash down, Cowboys Nation. Don't get your hopes up on a Myles Garrett trade, because you know deep down in your heart, Jerry and Stephen Jones are not going to do it. And the next name that the 3 and 4 letter networks are talking about that got Cowboys Nation all hopes going awry, it is Cooper Kupp from the Los Angeles Rams, the wide receiver from the Los Angeles Rams. First and foremost, something that worries me about Cooper Kupp is his injury history. Yes, Cowboys Nation, Cooper Kupp has an injury history. He has missed some time for the Los Angeles Rams. We don't want to get him over here another problem, taking a problem off somebody else's hands and just creating the problem for ourselves. We don't want that to happen. Another thing that we don't want to happen is the fact that Cooper Kupp loves to play in the slot. He is specifically a slot guy. And guess who else loves to play in the slot? CeeDee Lamb. We move CeeDee Lamb from the outside to the slot all the time. So bringing a Cooper Kupp over to the Dallas Cowboys would be a conflict of interest, because we wouldn't be able to move CeeDee Lamb into that slot position because it's exclusively for Cooper Kupp. As much as I like Cooper Kupp and what he brings to the table, I am tired of bringing older wide receivers to the Dallas Cowboys and expecting them to do out-of-this-world type work. I am tired of it. We did it with Brandon Cooks. We did it with T.Y. Hilton. Well, we're going to bring Cooper Kupp here and expect him to do world-beating stuff at age 31. I'm sorry, Cowboys Nation, but at age 31, you start to regress and your body starts to catch up with you, and it looks like that's what's happened with Cooper Kupp and the Los Angeles Rams. If the Los Angeles Rams see it, why can't Cowboys Nation and the Dallas Cowboys see it? It's another episode of, oh, we can fix them. Oh, he can be better in our scheme. When you see Brian Schottenheimer, you hear Brian Schottenheimer and what he plans on doing with the offense, and that's run the ball. Cooper Kupp is not going to help us in that situation, Cowboys Nation. If you look on the internet, you will see all these names that the Dallas Cowboys need to go after. The 3 and 4 letter networks say that they need to go after, that they'll be a great fit for the team. I'm seeing T. Higgins as well. And honestly, if I were the Dallas Cowboys, I would probably go after T. Higgins before I went after Myles Garrett, because I'm an offensive type of dude. I played offense, so I believe bolstering the offense will keep your defense off of the field and will be able to chew the time of possession. So I would go after an offensive weapon. But with all these names that the Dallas Cowboys have at their disposal, I will tell you, Cowboys Nation, don't get your hopes up in attaining any of these veteran players. If you're going to see any veteran type of work, if you're going to see any veteran movement, it's probably going to be on your defensive line. So this is what I got to tell you, Cowboys Nation. I got to keep it a buck with you. I got to give you this raw and uncut, because we are trying to get our hopes up on things that are not going to happen. We are trying to get our hopes up for players coming to the Dallas Cowboys that are not going to happen, and it's eventually going to get Cowboys Nation up in arms. Right now, the Dallas Cowboys organization are making moves. They're making moves in order to try and bolster and better this team, while also getting Cowboys Nation back on the wagon, because a lot of us fell off after not making the playoffs, but there were a few that fell off after that playoff game with the Green Bay Packers. They are trying to establish a culture in Cowboys Nation, and I don't believe that the culture involves a player like Cooper Kupp. It may involve a player like Myles Garrett, but as far as Cooper Kupp, I just don't see any room on the Dallas Cowboys for a receiver of that nature. But that's not going to stop the Dallas Cowboys from attaining another wide receiver, from thinning out our current wide receiver room, because I believe there's a lot of loitering in there. I won't say any names, but there's a lot of wide receivers in there loitering, not putting in a lot of outcome that we want to see put out. You know what I'm saying, Cowboys Nation? They are not giving CeeDee Lamb that help that is needed. We have a wide receiver 1 drop off to a wide receiver 2, drop off to a wide receiver 3. I don't want to bring any older wide receivers to this team. If we are going to keep a wide receiver, an older wide receiver, I would like to keep Brandon Cooks. And to keep it a buck with your Cowboys Nation, Cooper Kupp is probably not going to be the only name that you hear. I mean, we got Stephon Diggs, that's a free agent, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Brandon Cooks. Those are some names that you're going to see placed in the Dallas Cowboys orbit. That's names that you're going to hear the 3 and 4 letter networks talk about, that the Dallas Cowboys can attain, and we can attain them for cheap. But let the damn Jones family show you more than they can tell you. Let the Jones family and the Dallas Cowboys organization make movements that you can get excited about, instead of getting excited and them not make the movements, and you get pissed off when they don't make the movements. I'm just a messenger, Cowboys Nation. I'm just here to forewarn you that the movements that the 3 and 4 letter networks are going to make, the movements that these betting places are betting on, it's not going to happen. Prepare yourself, all right? But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What do you feel about the possibility of a Cooper Kupp joining the Dallas Cowboys? How would you feel about adding him at the slot position while keeping CeeDee Lamb exclusively on the outside? Y'all know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. But if you're digging this content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video, and please share with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and wish that the Jones family would make a move to put somebody on this team that could attempt to get us over the hump, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, draft coverage, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for you, Cowboys Nation. I hate to be that person to rain on people's parade, but I'm trying to rein your expectations in. Do not expect the Dallas Cowboys to make these top-tier moves. Expect the Dallas Cowboys to make those middle-tier moves, if anything. We're tired of the bottom-tier McDonald's dollar menu moves. Let's make some moves that the Dallas Cowboys can actually acquire, afford with the salary cap, and fit into this scheme. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Cowboys fan. You done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.